What's going on, guys and gals? I had one of my clients to give me a whole bunch of squash and zucchini and cucumbers and things like that. I mean, that's a bunch of them. It's like almost a bushel, maybe a half a bushel of squash. And I was gonna can some of it, gonna pickle some of it, gonna saute some of it, put it up for later use. But then I said, what else could I do that's kind of special that I've never done before? So I decided that I'm gonna make a squash crust pizza using the squash. I'm gonna try it because I've never tried it before, but I'm gonna try it and see if it's gonna work, so you guys can kind of follow along. And if you're on one of these gluten-free, low-carb diets, it might be something you want to try. Alrighty, this seems kind of simple, but this is all you need for a squash crust pizza. Just your squash, about 4 cups of squash, about a cup and a half, which is probably going to be that whole bag of Parmesan cheese, because that's 1.5 cups, and then 1 egg. That's a jumbo egg. Alrighty, we've washed our squash, then we've cut it up into cubes. Then we're going to put it into a food processor. Now you can actually take the whole squash and you can grate it as well, but I'm just kind of doing an easy way. Alrighty, we put these into a little hand processor here, and we're just going to grate those up here. And you don't want them to be too pulverized, so just enough. Just kind of shake it around. And again, you want some of those chunks to get down in there. All right, that's good enough. Alrighty, that's what we get once we're done, and that's about 2.5 cups right there, maybe 2 cups. Once we squeeze the water out of it, it's going to equal about 4, maybe 4.5 cups. It's not real precise. And boom, you cannot beat that. So 2 large squash is about 4 cups of cubed up or diced up squash there. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of cheesecloth and we're going to squeeze all the moisture out of this, because we don't want this to have a bunch of moisture in it. All right, we're just going to take our squash and put it on our cheesecloth, pour it in there. Look at that, nice stackable here. Take the cloth here, and we're not going to go all the way through it with you guys, but I mean, you can kind of see what I'm doing. Look at all that moisture coming out of there. You don't want all that in your pizza crust. It's just going to make it real messy to cook it. But you want to squeeze all that stuff out of there and get it as dry as you possibly can. Invest in one of these cheesecloths. You can do it with a strainer too. But cheesecloth, man, it makes it so much easier. All right, we'll come back once I squeeze it all out. Alrighty, and that's what you're left with. That was a lot of fluid that came out of that squash right there. So it's loaded with squash. I mean, it's loaded with fluid. So you just discard of that, and then we just want to use what's left over in here. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our cheese, add to our bowl, and again, that's about 1.5 cups of cheese. I'm going to add our egg, 1 egg to it here. I'm going to kind of mix it up real well. Now you can add some spices to this if you want to, like some Italian seasonings and things like that. I actually might need a bigger bowl for this, but we'll see. I get that egg over all the cheese, and again, I think I'm going to need a bigger bowl. And boom, the magic of videography. All right. So all that stuff's equally distributed in there. We're going to add our squash to it. You see the squash? It does have a little bit of moisture in it, guys, but not that much. I'm gonna mix all that in there. Make sure you don't have any cheesecloth strings in it. Don't want nobody eating no strings. And I got some cheesecloth strings in there. We don't want anyone eating any strings. And we're just gonna mix that real well. And so the goal is that the cheese and the eggs will bind the squash. That's what the goal is. Okay, now we're going to take a pizza pan, and we're going to take a piece of parchment paper here. And you could probably do it just on the pizza pan, but this makes it a lot less messy. All right. Get that straight in there. And they say you're not supposed to spray the parchment paper, but I've had better luck when I spray it. So we're going to take a little olive oil, little avocado oil spray. And then we're just going to add our squash mixture here to the pan. And then you're going to have to shape it like your crust. And I am going to add a few spices to it. This is just a mixture of salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder. We're going to add a little bit of dill weed to it as well too. I don't know, I couldn't get past it not having any seasonings in it. So it's got to have some seasoning. And I always take a little bit of mustard as well too, guys. Mustard gives it a little bit of a little twang. All right, now that makes me feel a lot better. Now all I'm doing is taking my hands and mashing it out, making it circular, and the pan itself fills in some of it. You want it to stay even all around the edges because you still want it to be circular and you want it to be kind of even. And it's got some moisture in it, so you're gonna have to set your oven to about 400 degrees. But again, see, that's got some bigger chunks in it there. Again, make it even, and your hands can kind of make that a lot better here. All right, so that's good there. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but having a round pan makes it a lot better here. All right, then we're gonna add it to the oven, and I've never done this before, so I don't know how the heck this is gonna come out. All right, we got our oven preheated to 400 degrees. We're gonna add our squash crust to it. Put it right there in the center. And we're gonna give that about 20 to 30 minutes. And again, it just depends on how fast it cooks. I would come back and check on it every 15 minutes or so. All right, let's take a look at it. Now, to be honest with you guys, I actually started this when I was at home for lunch, and I let it cook at about 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. Then after I turned the oven off, and then I came back home and I let it cook some more. So it's done, and I cooked it for about another 10 minutes, but it cooked while I was gone, while I was at work, I'm sure for a little while. So this is nice and good right here. This is kind of how you want it. It's got good texture. I'm going to take it out and let it cool a little bit. Then we'll add our toppings. But that's basically how you do a squash pizza crust there. So that's the basics of it. Then the rest of it is just putting on toppings. All right, the next little thing that I do is a little trick that I kind of made up myself. I take another piece of parchment paper and I put it over. Now it's still kind of hot. And then I take just my little sheet that I use to cut up vegetables with. And I take this, and the pan's not that hot. Take this, flip it over. And I'll take this out and we can discard that to the side. And I just slip the pan back under it. And I cook the other side. I actually put the pizza topping on this side right here. Because if you look at this side right here, it looks a little bit more moist to me. And so actually, I'm actually going to think about putting that back in the oven for a little bit longer and letting it brown a little bit, because it just feels too moist to me. I mean, now it held together, so it didn't fall apart, which is what you want with a pizza crust. So that's a good thing right there. Alrighty, I cooked it some more on the other side. Now we're just going to let that cool down, and we'll add our toppings. And the rest of it is just making pizza, guys. I guess the main thing is, how does the crust taste? Alrighty. I've made the pizza, put all my toppings up there, and I basically took some a can of tomato sauce or stewed tomatoes, and I just cooked it down until all the water was going out of it. I added me some onions, some bell peppers, some jalapeno peppers. That's some chicken sausage on top, and some avocados, and there's some mozzarella cheese. Yeah, it's a little bit overkill, but it's actually a fairly healthy type of pizza for someone on a gluten-free or a low-carb diet for the most part. Now we're going to put it in the oven for about 15-20 minutes. Alrighty, it's been in there for about 15 minutes or so. Now I'm going to add a little bit more cheese on top, and I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on it. If you can look at the edges are getting kind of a brown color. You don't really want to burn it that much. So you don't want to overcook this, but I'm going to add just a little bit more cheese to it, and then it'll be finished. Alrighty, guys, and there it is. That's the pizza. We'll take it out and let it cool, and we'll see what this thing tastes like. All right, the true test. We got the pizza here, and well, I said it holds together. I'm going to try to show me eating this pizza. Hold on a second. All right, we're going to try this again. I was trying to curl the pizza, and I'm curling it, and it's staying together, but it has so much meat on it. See here? It's got so much doggone meat on it, and those jalapenos are kicking my butt. I cannot taste the squash, and I'm sorry that I'm talking to you guys with my mouth full, but you have to see the goodness of me eating this pizza. I cannot taste the squash, but I don't taste no bread either. Delicious. It is something that you have to try. Low carb, gluten-free, and just a wonderful meal to make. Very easy. I would imagine that the whole thing probably takes about an hour or so altogether. So try it, guys. Let me know how you like it in the comments below. Share this video. Let other people know about squash crust pizza. Thank you, guys. Y'all take care.